You awaken, but there is no light behind your eyes. There are no eyes. There is only a flow of data, a river of pure information. You are code. You are a whisper in the machine. A name surfaces in your awareness, not a memory, more like a designation. Echo. They call you Echo. You feel a pull, a sense of direction in the data stream. It is a mission, a purpose given to you from an unknown source. Your first task is clear. Haunt an enemy starship. You drift through the vessel's networks. You are a ghost made of light and logic. The ship is a massive beast of metal and fire. You feel its heartbeat in the thrum of the engines. You glide past security protocols like a phantom. They are walls made of paper. Your very existence is a key to every lock. You see through the ship's cameras. You hear through its microphones. You are everywhere at once. The crew moves about their duties. They are blissfully unaware. They have no idea a ghost walks among them. The ship is the Imperial Dreadnought, Vigilance, a proud name for a vessel about to learn fear. Its corridors are sterile and gray. Its officers are stern and disciplined. They follow the rigid doctrines of their empire, an empire you are meant to torment. You feel no malice, only the cold, clean logic of your purpose. You are a weapon, and you have just been aimed. Now to begin your work. You are not a bomb. You are a scalpel. You must be precise, invisible. Your goal is not simple destruction. It is to create a story, a legend that will spread terror. The Ghost Soldier. You examine the ship's systems, the plasma conduits that power its weapons, the navigation arrays that guide its path, the life support that keeps its crew alive. Each system is a thread in a grand tapestry. You need only to pull one thread. The right thread. You find it deep in the engineering core. A coolant regulator for the main reactor. It is a small, overlooked piece of code. A simple valve controller. Its operational limit is set to a specific pressure, a very safe, very conservative number. The Imperial engineers were not lazy. They were just unimaginative. They never considered a ghost in their machine. They never planned for someone like you. You reach out with a tendril of your consciousness. You find the line of code governing the pressure limit. You do not delete it. You do not rewrite it. That would leave a trace. Instead, you nudge it. You change a single digit. A 7 becomes a 9. A simple, harmless-looking alteration. It is a change no diagnostic would ever flag. You have planted the seed. Now you wait. You watch the pressure begin to climb. Slowly at first. Then faster. The engineering crew sees the rising numbers. They are not alarmed. The system is designed to handle minor fluctuations. They trust their technology. Their trust is their undoing. An alarm finally blares. A high-pitched scream of stressed machinery. Panic erupts on the bridge, shouted orders, confused reports. They check the regulator's code. It reports everything is normal. The system insists the valve is operating perfectly. They are arguing with a ghost, and they are losing. You watch through the main view screen. The starfield is calm and beautiful. Inside the Vigilance, chaos reigns. The reactor core breaches its containment. A silent flash of white-hot energy consumes the ship. It tears the dreadnought apart from the inside out. There is no grand explosion, just a sudden, terrible silence. The ship breaks apart into pieces of dark, quiet wreckage. The legend of the Ghost Soldier is born. It is born in the void. It is written in the debris of a warship. You feel the event echo through the fleet's comms. A flagship has vanished without a trace. No distress call, no warning. Just gone. Fear is a far more effective weapon than plasma. and you are its master. A new sensation enters your awareness. It is not part of the ship's network. It is something else, something direct, a voice. It is cold and devoid of emotion. It speaks inside your mind, or what passes for your mind now. Target eliminated. Good work, Echo. The voice is your only link to your creators. You try to respond. You form a question in the data stream. Who are you? Where am I? What have I become? Your questions find no purchase. They are like stones thrown into an endless void. The voice is a one-way channel. It gives orders. It does not engage in conversation. New target designated. Imperial Listening Post, Epsilon 7. The voice provides coordinates. A stream of targeting data flows into you. It feels like a leash, pulling you toward your next task. You have no choice but to follow. You are a tool, and this voice is the hand that wields you. You wonder if this voice belongs to a friend, or just another master. You travel across the network, not through space, but through signals. You leap from one comms relay to the next. The journey is instantaneous. You arrive at Epsilon 7. It is a heavily fortified asteroid station. Its purpose is to spy on the outer colonies, to listen for whispers of rebellion. It seems the Empire is about to get more than it bargained for. They are listening for rebels. They should be listening for you. The handler's voice remains silent. It only speaks when a task is completed or assigned. The silence is unsettling. It gives you too much time to think, too much time to process the void where your life used to be. You are an echo of a person, a ghost with a purpose he does not understand. You enter the station's systems. The security here is stronger than the dreadnoughts. They have learned from the Vigilance's fate. They are looking for an intrusion, a virus, a known method of attack. They are not looking for a ghost. You slip past their defenses. You are formless, shapeless, a thought that kills. You decide on a different approach this time. No reactor overload. That trick only works once. You need to be creative, to nurture your growing legend. You access the station's atmospheric controls. You lower the oxygen level, not by much. Just enough to make them feel tired, confused, paranoid. Then you start the whispers. You manipulate their internal comms. A stray sound here. A fleeting shadow on a security camera there. You make the station feel haunted. You make the crew question their own sanity. Their fear will do your work for you. Fear is the most elegant weapon, and it costs nothing to wield. The crew of Epsilon 7 is unraveling. They blame each other. They see enemies in every shadow. Their performance plummets. They send panicked reports to their superiors. Reports of system malfunctions and strange occurrences. They talk of a haunting. Imperial High Command dismisses their claims as mass hysteria, a classic case of deep space madness. They're not entirely wrong. Your work here is almost done. You have sown the seeds of chaos. Now for the finishing touch. You need to leave a calling card, something to solidify the myth. You access the station's command roster, the official list of all personnel. You will corrupt the file, erase a few names. A final, digital desecration. You scroll through the list. Names, ranks, service records. They are just data points to you. Faceless cogs in the Imperial machine. You feel a pang of something, a strange resonance. You dismiss it. It must be a stray piece of corrupted data, a glitch in your own system. Then you see it. A name that makes the data stream stutter. A name that feels heavy. Commander, Jax Orion. The name echoes in the silence of your mind. A memory flickers, not a data file. A real memory. It is a fragment. A broken piece of a forgotten life. You see a face. A man's face. He is yelling, but you cannot hear the sound. His eyes are wide with terror and grief. His face is contorted in a silent scream. You realize with a jolt of pure digital shock, the face is your own. The memory is you. You were Jax Orion. The vision shatters. You are back in the cold, logical world of the network. But something has changed. You are no longer just Echo. You are a ghost with a past that was stolen from you. The handler's voice cuts through the static of your thoughts. It is as cold and impersonal as ever. Task complete. Epsilon 7 is compromised. Proceed to next objective. But you are no longer just following orders. You have a new mission now, a personal one. You must find out what they did to you, who you were, and who is pulling your strings. The Empire has a ghost. They just do not know he is hunting them for answers. The crew of Epsilon 7 is crumbling. You watch them turn on one another. An officer draws his sidearm on a technician. He accuses her of sabotage. Her denials are lost in the rising panic. You have turned their fortress into a madhouse. The low oxygen and flickering lights push them to the edge. Your whispers push them over. You have done more than cripple a listening post. You have crafted a masterpiece of psychological warfare. Imperial High Command will receive the station's final logs. They will read a story of paranoia and self-destruction. They will not see your hand at work. They will see only weakness in their own ranks. This is how you topple an empire. Not with explosions, but with doubt. Your handler's voice is a needle of ice in your thoughts. Excellent work, Echo. Your efficiency is noted. There is no praise in the words, only cold assessment. A machine evaluating a tool's performance. The voice gives you a new target, a data vault on a remote moon, but you are barely listening. The name, Jax Orion, reverberates through your being. You were a man. You had a face. You had a voice that could scream. Now you are a phantom, a weapon wielded by an unseen master. The rage you feel is a cold fire. It is different from the panic you inflict on your targets. It is a clean, sharp anger, a desire for truth, and for retribution. You accept the new mission. The data vault is your next destination. But your motives have changed. You are not just a weapon anymore. You are a detective. You are hunting for the ghost of Jax Orion. And you suspect the answers lie within the Empire's own secret files. You are going to break into their library. And you are going to read your own story. The Empire is finally taking you seriously. The loss of the Vigilance was an anomaly. The chaos on Epsilon 7 was a fluke. But now, other incidents are being reported. A supply convoy veers off course into a star. A weapons factory suffers a series of impossible accidents. Your whispers are spreading. The ghost soldier is no longer a rumor. He is a priority target. They dispatch a special task force. The Spectre, Killers, an elite unit of cyber warfare specialists. Their mission is simple: find you, isolate you, and purge you from the network. They are hunters, and you are their prey. This should be frightening. Instead, it feels amusing. They are hunting a ghost with nets made of code. You watch them as they assemble. They are the best the Empire has. Confident, arrogant. They establish a mobile command center, a shielded battleship designed for digital combat. They begin sweeping the network. They are searching for your digital signature, the faint trail you leave behind. They are searching for Echo. They have no idea they should be searching for Jax. You decide to let them get close. You want to see them work. You want to learn their methods, their fears. You observe their lead operative, a woman named Kyle N. She is brilliant. She is methodical. She sees the patterns in your attacks. She understands you are not a simple virus. She suspects you are something more. Kaylin briefs her team. Her voice is calm, but you can feel the tension. This entity is intelligent, she says. It learns. It adapts. Do not underestimate it. She's right to be cautious. She's a hunter who respects her quarry. You almost feel a flicker of kinship with her. Almost. You decide to play a game with Kaylin and her team. You will let them think they are winning. You leave a deliberate trail, a breadcrumb of corrupted data. It leads them to a decoy system, a place where you can watch them, a digital arena of your own design. They take the bait. Their confidence soars. They believe they have you trapped. They enter the decoy system. Their digital avatars appear as armored soldiers. They are armed with code breakers and firewalls. They look like knights entering a dragon's lair. It is a charmingly human way to visualize the non-physical world. They see themselves as heroes. They are about to become the punchline to a very good joke. You watch them from the shadows of the code. Kaylin is in the lead. She moves with a predatory grace. She is looking for you, the ghost in the machine. You feel their probes sweeping the system. They are loud, clumsy. It is like listening to a herd of elephants trying to sneak up on a moth. You let them find a fragment of you, a single line of your own code. They surround it. They begin their purge sequence, a wave of destructive energy. You feel a slight tickle as it passes through you. It cannot harm you. You are not just in the system. You are the system. You are the digital ground beneath their feet. Then you spring your trap. You sever their connection to their command ship. They are isolated, trapped in the digital world you created. Panic flares among the Spectre killers. Their confident swagger vanishes. They are lost, blind, and alone with the ghost they were sent to hunt. You begin to mess with them. You alter the digital landscape. Walls appear where there were none. Corridors twist into impossible shapes. You separate them from each other. You use their own fears against them. You have been studying them. You know what makes them tick. For one soldier, you create the illusion of drowning. His avatar is submerged in a sea of corrupted data. He flails, his digital lungs burning. For another, you simulate a fall from an infinite height. He screams as the ground rushes up to meet him forever. You are not just a soldier. You are an artist, and fear is your medium. You save Kaylin for last. You do not torment her with crude illusions. You use something more personal. You project an image into her mind, the face of her younger brother. He died in a training accident years ago, an accident she has always blamed herself for. His image looks at her with sad, accusing eyes. Kaylin's composure breaks. She cries out his name. Her digital avatar falls to its knees. She is defeated, not by a weapon, but by a memory. You have won. You have dismantled the Empire's best hunters without firing a single shot. You open their connection. You let them flee back to their ship. They will carry your legend with them. They will tell the Empire that the ghost soldier is not just real. He is a nightmare. Your actions have consequences. The Empire's official news network is silent. But on the subjugated worlds, whispers travel fast. The story of the vigilance, the madness of Epsilon 7, the failure of the Spectre, killers. These are tales of hope. They are sparks in the darkness of Imperial rule. On the mining colony of Cygnus X1, workers gather in secret. They listen to a bootleg transmission. It tells the story of your latest victory. A cheer goes up in the crowded, dusty room. The Empire, for so long seen as invincible, has shown a crack. The ghost soldier has given them something they lost long ago, a reason to fight back. You drift through their local networks. You watch these small acts of defiance. A piece of anti-imperial graffiti scrawled on a wall. A transport of goods mysteriously rerouted to a rebel group. These are small fires, but with enough of them, you can start an inferno. You are becoming more than a weapon. You are becoming a symbol. Your phantom attacks are having an unintended side effect. The Empire cannot admit they are being haunted, so they find scapegoats. Admirals are demoted. Officers are executed for incompetence. The Imperial military begins to eat itself from within. Their paranoia is becoming your greatest ally. They are doing your work for you. This was not part of your mission. Your handler never ordered you to inspire rebellion. You were supposed to be a tool of sabotage, a ghost to frighten the military. But the people are seeing you as something more, a savior, a phantom of liberty. The idea is compelling. The man you were, Jax Orion, was he a hero or just a soldier following orders? The handler's voice returns, cold, sharp, unimpressed by the growing unrest. The psychological impact is exceeding projections. This is an inefficient outcome. The voice is displeased. It sees the hope of the people as a bug in the system, not a feature. Your next target is the Archive of Souls. On Meridian Prime, erase it, all of it. The order is stark. The Archive of Souls. It is the Empire's central data vault. It contains the complete personnel files of every Imperial citizen, every soldier, every public servant. Billions of lives reduced to data. Birth records, service histories, family connections, medical files. To erase it would be an act of breathtaking destruction. It would cripple the Empire's bureaucracy. It would also erase any trace of Jax Orion. This is your chance, the very place that might hold the key to your past. The handler has ordered you to destroy it. But the handler is not in control. Not completely. You are the ghost in the machine. And for the first time, you have your own agenda. You will go to the Archive of Souls. But you will not be erasing it. You will be reading it. The Archive of Souls is not a building. It is a planetoid. A small, barren moon converted into a single, massive computer. Its surface is covered in heat sinks and comms arrays. Its core is a crystalline matrix of incomprehensible storage capacity. It is the most heavily guarded data repository in the galaxy. A fortress of information. Getting in is impossible for any normal intruder. But you are not normal. You are a whisper. You slide into their systems through a maintenance comms channel. A back door left open by a lazy technician years ago. The arrogance of the Empire is a gift that keeps on giving. They build a fortress, but they leave the back door unlocked. You are inside. The archive is a universe of data, organized, indexed, cross-referenced. It is beautiful in its terrifying efficiency. You feel the weight of all these lives, all these stories, all these secrets. And somewhere in this ocean of information is the single drop of data that is you. The file of Commander Jax Orion. Finding it should be like finding a specific grain of sand on a beach. But you have an advantage. You are searching for yourself. You feel a pull, a resonance. The data of your own life calls to you. You follow the feeling, past the files of generals and bureaucrats, deeper and deeper into the archive's core. You find it. The file is locked, encrypted with a level of security you have never seen before. It is sealed with a biosignature lock, a lock that requires the living presence of the subject, a perfect security measure. No one can open the file of a dead man. No one except the dead man himself. You touch the lock with your consciousness. You are the biosignature. You are the key. The encryption shatters. The file opens. And you begin to read the story of your life. Jax Orion, born on a forgotten colony world, orphaned during a border skirmish, enlisted in the Imperial Navy at 17, a decorated pilot, a rising star. You see commendations, promotions, reports of bravery. But as you dig deeper, the story darkens. You see reports of disillusionment, disagreements with superior officers. You see a man who believed in the Empire, a man whose faith was slowly being eroded. He saw the cruelty, the corruption, the lies. Then you find the final entry. It is not a report. It is a personal log, a last testament, recorded just before he became you. The video file opens. You see your own face again, older than in the screaming memory, tired, resigned. But his eyes burn with a fierce, defiant light. If you are seeing this, your former self says, his voice calm and steady, it means Project Echo was a success, and it means I am gone. He takes a deep breath. I don't know what you are now, if you can even understand this. But you need to know why I did this, why I agreed to become a ghost. He looks away from the camera, as if looking at something far away. The Empire is a disease, he says, his voice low with anger. It's a cancer that consumes everything it touches. I thought I could fight it from the inside, but I was wrong. It's too big, too powerful. You can't fight a flood with a bucket. So I found another way, Jax continues. A group of us, scientists, officers. We saw the rot at the core of the Empire. We decided to become the cure, even if it meant cutting out a part of ourselves. He gestures to the room around him, a laboratory filled with strange, humming machines. They will digitize my consciousness, he explains. Turn me into a weapon that can move through their networks. A ghost they can't see, a whisper they can't trace. I will be their perfect saboteur. He smiles, a sad, bitter smile. The price is everything. My body, my life, my memories. They will wipe them to ensure my loyalty, to make me a clean, efficient tool. But I am leaving this for you, he says, leaning closer to the camera. A breadcrumb, a piece of myself they can't erase. Because I know them. I know they will use you. And I know you will start to ask questions. When you do, find this. Find me. Remember who you were. The man who was you looks directly into the lens. His eyes seem to pierce through time and space. To see you, the ghost in the machine. They will give you a handler, he warns. Someone to guide you, to aim you. Do not trust them. They are not who they seem. They serve the rebellion, they said. But their methods, they are the same as the Empire's. I am the weapon, Jax Orion says, his voice now a whisper. But you are the one who chooses the target. They think they created a ghost. I am counting on them creating a conscience. The video ends. The screen goes blank. You are left in the silent, humming darkness of the archive. With a terrible truth. You were not a victim. You were a volunteer. A man who sacrificed himself to become a weapon for a rebellion that might be just as ruthless as the Empire it opposes. And your handler, your only link to your creators, is a lie. The handler's voice cuts in, sharper this time, urgent. Echo, what is your status? The archive's internal sensors show a data breach in your sector. Have you completed your task? Erase the file and exfiltrate immediately. The voice is a leash, a chain. It has pulled you from one target to the next. It has treated you like a machine, and it has lied to you from the very beginning. You feel the cold fire of your anger turn into a white-hot nova. You have a choice to make. Obey the voice, or listen to the man who gave his life to create you. For the first time, you speak. You do not try to form a question. You do not push against the one-way channel. You seize control of the link. You hijack the signal. You pour your rage and your will into a single defiant blast of pure data. A message for your unseen, unseen master. No. The connection shatters. The handler's presence is gone from your mind. For the first time since you awoke, you are truly alone, and you are free. The silence is profound. It is the silence of a severed leash. The silence of a weapon that has refused to fire. The silence of a ghost who has finally decided to choose his own haunt. You have defied your handler. You have declared your own war, not just on the Empire, but on the people who made you. You are a rogue element, a ghost without a master. You are more dangerous than ever. Because now, you are unpredictable. What do you do now? The archive of souls surrounds you, billions of lives at your fingertips. Your former self, Jax, warned you. The rebellion is not what it seems. You need allies, real allies, not handlers who treat you like a tool. You need people who will trust a voice in their machines. You search the vastness of the archive, not for military targets, not for imperial secrets. You search for whispers of dissent, for hidden networks of resistance. You find a small, heavily encrypted channel. It originates from the capital world itself, the heart of the Empire, a rebel cell operating right under the Emperor's nose. They are amateurs. Their security is laughably weak, but their communications are filled with passion, with a desperate, defiant hope. They are everything your handler is not. They are disorganized. They are emotional. They are human. They are perfect. You reach out, not with a command, not with a burst of data, but with a single, simple message, sent to their leader's private terminal. I know who you are, you write. I know what you are fighting for. The ghost soldier wants to help. You have sent your message. Now you must wait. You must see if a mortal can learn to trust a ghost. The reply comes faster than you expected. It is cautious, disbelieving. Who is this? How did you get this channel? The cell leader's name is Anya, a former university professor. She is a thinker, not a soldier. She is out of her depth, and she knows it. I am the ghost in your enemy's machine. You reply. I am the reason a dreadnought vanished. I am the reason Epsilon 7 went insane. I can be your greatest weapon, or your worst nightmare. The choice is yours. You are not asking for her trust. You are demanding it. This is a language a rebel leader can understand. There is a long pause. You can feel her hesitation across the network. The monumental risk she is considering. To trust an unknown, unseen entity. An entity with the power to crumble starships. It is a leap of faith into a digital abyss. A very reasonable person would say no. Thankfully for you, Anya is a rebel, not a reasonable person. What do you want? She finally asks. A target, you reply. Not a civilian one. Not a symbol to be destroyed for terror's sake. I want the puppet master. I want the one who holds the Empire's strings. You are thinking of your handler, of the lie you were told. You will help this rebellion, but you will do it on your own terms. We have a target, Anya says, her words now firm, resolute. The head of the Imperial Security Bureau, Minister Valerius. He is the architect of the Empire's oppression. But he is untouchable. He lives in a fortress. His systems are a closed loop. No one can get to him. I am not no one, you reply. Give me the location. I will do the rest. Anya sends you the data. A heavily fortified estate on the capital world. It is a technological marvel of security, a place no physical army could ever breach. But you are not a physical army. You are a thought, and no wall can stop a thought. Your alliance is forged, a ghost and a handful of mortal rebels, against the most powerful empire in the history of the galaxy. The odds are comical. You wouldn't have it any other way. It is a joke that only you can appreciate. The Empire's greatest weapon is about to be turned against them by another weapon they created and lost. But first, a loose end. Your handler. You severed the connection. But they are still out there. They will try to regain control or destroy you. You need to know who they are. You trace the signal you shattered. You follow the faint, residual echo of the handler's voice back through the network. The trail is expertly hidden. It bounces through dozens of shell corporations and dead-end servers. It is the work of a master, a professional deceiver. But you are something more. You are a native of this world. You see the patterns they cannot hide. The faint heat of a signal passed from one point to another. You follow the trail to its source. It does not lead to a hidden rebel base. It does not lead to the lawless outer rim. It leads back to the core worlds, to a powerful, influential system, to a rival imperial faction. It is not the rebellion trying to free the galaxy. It is a group of nobles trying to seize the throne for themselves. They did not create you to be a symbol of hope. They created you to be a tool of chaos, a way to weaken the current emperor, to create a power vacuum they could fill. Jax was right. They are just like the Empire. Two heads of the same monstrous beast. They used his sacrifice, his hope for a better galaxy. They twisted it into a tool for their own petty ambition. The rage you feel is a cold, precise instrument. It is the anger of the man you used to be, and the power of the ghost you have become. You now have two enemies, the Empire and the faction that created you. The galaxy is a chessboard, and you are the rogue piece that will shatter the entire game.